Tear me apart, Lisa!
Drop that zero and get with the hero.
Where do you start? Hard Rock Zombies is a comedy horror film from 1985 directed by Krishna Shah. It stars a bunch of people you've never even seen or heard of before, so I'm not going to bother looking up names. And it tells the story of a rock band from the mid-80s who are traveling through a town where they're supposedly going to be playing a big concert. But weird things start happening in this town, and how would you describe the weird things?
Well, it starts off with basically our lead singer, Jesse, who for some reason just has the ultimate mullet this side of Van Halen.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, he's warned by this really depressed young girl with eyebrows as thick as your finger.
Tomorrow night you're supposed to play at Grand Guignol.
You be there, little girl?
Don't come.
So anyway, she warns him just to stay out, and for absolutely no reason whatsoever. During their travels, they actually pick up a seductive hitchhiker.
Is this town kind of weird or something?
Nothing weird here. Turn right.
Who recommends that they stay the night at her place because the town is weird and her place is safe.
So it turns out that the grandparents of the house are in fact Hitler and Ava Brown, who are masquerading as an old guy and an old lady werewolf.
I don't want to be impolite, but what's that screaming?
It's just my mother's primal scream therapy.
They have grandkids, which are these midget dudes who one of them looks like some sort of Gestapo guy and the other one is this thing in like a $2 Kmart costume that winds up eating himself.
He's Grandpa.
So cute. Who can say 9?
I mean, it's kind of given away in the title. The band gets killed and they become the titular Hard Rock Zombies. And, well, yeah, basically it becomes kind of a revenge tale interspersed with songs and 80s skateboarding and lots of hair, both on the top of the head and on the face.
If you want to actually try and characterise the music, I mean, they're so-called a hard rock band. Seriously, the Village People had done harder rock than this band. If you could characterise it in any way whatsoever, picture, I'm going to go with Europe, Van Halen, dare I say it out loud, Motley Crue. Go to those heavy metal bands of the 80s and then just tone it down a hell of a lot. And that's what this band is. They are seriously 4 of the most useless band members in musical history, if we're even going to go to musical history to compare them.
And the band doesn't even have a name in this thing. Like, they go through the entire movie, we don't even know what the band name is. And if you pay attention to the drummer, like, the rest of the band, they don't do too bad a job of miming to the music, but the drummer... He doesn't even look like he's hitting the drums or anything. It's so bad. But look, if you're after a movie that is so bad it's awesome, you don't get much better than this. We've just watched this thing. We have just been busting our guts laughing. There are so many moments that you've just got to wonder what the hell were the writers thinking.
Assuming there was a script.
Yeah. Not only that, I mean, oh man, the camera work is terrible. The boom mic... sometimes in movies where you see the boom mic just drop into shot a little bit, there was a scene in this thing where the mic is just right there and they don't even care. It's just, yeah, what the hell. The performances were absolutely terrible. The dialogue was hilariously funny. And just the whole idea, the whole story is just, it's so funny.
Now, one thing that's got to be brought up here is the potential. Now, what I mean by that... if you want to try and use the word to describe the film, is that if you decide to get a hold of this film and sit through it, you will see that at one point there is actually an opportunity to make this movie great. It really could have been soaring among the really bad, great movies of all time. And the reason why it doesn't do that is because you watch the film thinking they've only just realised halfway through, we're making a silly movie. For the first half, they actually try to be serious about the whole thing, and that's what makes it even more absurd, because you've got the lead singer Jesse trying to hit onto the young girl who's warned him about the town with the eyebrows. Keep an eye out for that, you can't miss it. He's trying to get with wonderful lines like this.
You're neat.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you are.
Mm-mm.
And basically, if all you need to do then is look at all their musical performances, and for the drummer who's twirling a drumstick when he's supposed to be hitting a snare, and that's the part where you think, wow, why are they trying to do this movie in the first place?
The cinematography in a lot of the music scenes, I mean, like I was saying when we were watching it, it's almost like the director had watched a lot of 80s rock videos and thought, hey, I can do this. Or in his case, I can do this. He's Indian. And yeah, tried his hardest, but just failed miserably. I mean, the camera spins around, is upside down and underneath people and stuff, and it just doesn't work. It was really, really bad.
Film students take note, because obviously when you're starting out and trying to do your little experimental films to begin with, do try and have a look at the first 10 minutes of this film for what you should not do. I'm going to specifically mention any shots where you are filming something and you decide to stand in front of the light, and basically causing a huge camera shadow directly over what you're trying to see. Don't do it. Please don't do it.
And the editing was up there with the worst I've ever seen in a movie. It was like, oh man, I don't know, a first-time editor who had never watched a movie before or something like that. But yeah, look, overall, I mean, it's a lot of fun. It really is. It's admittedly, it goes for maybe about 20 minutes too long. It does drag a little bit, and there were so many scenes that were just unnecessary and kind of repeat themselves again. I mean, things that you're sort of looking at and thinking, hang on, didn't we already see this before? And flashbacks to, you know, fill us in of stuff we already knew, crap like that. So, look, overall, I mean, I love Hard Rock Zombies. I've been a fan of this movie for many years, and I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Now for mine, again, this film had a lot of potential. I seriously think that if Rob Zombie got a hold of this film, was to watch it, and was to remake it today, I seriously think it could be really, really great. I really, really have to admit that's so true, so true. But in the meantime, because of its somewhat thinking it was serious, and then realising that it was so bad we could be good at this, I am going to give it a 9.
So there you go, that was Hard Rock Zombies, and I don't know, look, if you can get hold of this movie, probably have a look on eBay or somewhere if you can buy the DVD for like $2 or whatever. It is $2 well worth it. It's the kind of movie, look, it does warrant repeat viewings. It is the kind of movie you can have a good laugh over from time to time and show people, hey, if you've got a dinner party and you want to get rid of your guests, throw on Hard Rock Zombies. Easy way to get rid of people.
And if you are looking at it online to look through YouTube, etc., just take a note that someone who has uploaded it has put it into sections. I think there's like 9 sections of the film completely. It's not as one complete film. If you can make it through the first 2 to 3 sections, good luck to you for the rest of it.
Alright, so if by chance you're watching this and you've actually seen Hard Rock Zombies, which I'm sure there's a few of you out there, let us know your thoughts on it. Let us know if you loved it as much as we did. Drop us some comments either here or on Facebook. All the social media links are in the description below, because we like to talk about movies and we would love to talk about movies with you. See you soon.
Click subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest movie reviews. Skynet will be taking over any day now, so what have you got to lose? Nyah.